Lush, and I'm here in the Hub Culture Pavilion in Davos. Very pleased to be joined by Jonathan Reckford. He's the CEO of Habitat for Humanity International. Didn't see you last year. Great to see you again.
Great to be here. Thanks, Edie.
Big theme in terms of the new global context is inclusive growth. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think it's a wonderful theme because we do have an increasingly divided world where people with assets are doing very well right now. People that don't have assets are really frozen out or locked out. And so thinking about growth in a way that does matter to the bottom half of the economic world, I think is wonderful.
So what are you doing to help that?
So we're very focused on helping low-income families build assets. So our focus, of course, is housing. And when we think about inclusive growth, that means as we think about cities and urbanization, that's got to include housing for low-income families. But also because we focus on property rights and giving families access to credit and financing and the ability to own a home, that creates an asset and allows families then to build and lift themselves into the middle class over time.
Is that helped by technology, or does it make a difference?
I think technology has the promise that we're seeing really promising steps to lower the cost of delivering credit to low-income families. So mobile payments, I think, is really exciting in terms of reducing the cost of collecting payments, and I think we're seeing other ways where technology can drive efficiency, which can bring costs down for inclusion.
In terms of property rights, do you feel like, and you can be specific, which countries are going in the right direction?
Well, we have some really exciting things. In Bolivia, we did advocacy work with a cadre of women where women didn't have the right to own their homes or land. And these women not only successfully advocated for themselves, they actually were able to get the law changed. And so now 1.8 million women are enabled. Now they've got to go through the process. We have to make sure the law is enforced. But that's huge. And now the law now states that if a man wants to register his house and he's married, it has to be joint titled. So we think about economic empowerment and inclusion. That's a very positive step to us.
So what's 2015 going to hold?
So 2015 for us is a big focus around particularly property rights and access to land for the vulnerable. We're going to continue to build with as many families as we can all over the world, and particularly focusing on trying to scale up the area of housing microfinance, which we think has a way, if we could get the whole microfinance industry to start making home improvement loans to very low-income families, we could see a really dramatic improvement in living conditions.
Jonathan, thank you so much for stopping by the Hub Culture Pavilion here in Davos, and I'm Edie Lush.